Welcome back to part 2 of making the ultimate backyard bladesmithing workshop. The goal of today's video is to get the hot workstation set up, which includes fixing the anvil to the floor, setting up the heat treat kiln, getting the forge in place, and the biggest task of all, moving the 900-pound power hammer. Now, if you've not seen or don't remember from part 1, all of these new tools belong to my friend Leo. He had to move for a job and he couldn't take them with him. So he asked me if I'd like to set it up in my garage and use them for a while. It's a huge blessing and I want to get this place functional as soon as possible. Got the little station where I'm going to be putting the heat treat oven set up. It's pretty janky and a little silly, but holds my weight, no problem. Yeah, I think it's gonna work just fine. Now that I've got the shelf built for the heat treat kiln, I've just gotta lift it up. I can't do it, that's too heavy. But it's a little too heavy for one man. Thankfully, my buddy Zach was able to come over and give me a hand. Now, Zach is actually a professional carpenter, so I'd like to say he's pretty impressed by my work. Pretty sturdy. My buddy Zach made fun of my clearly incredibly strong, sturdy platform holding up this really nice tool. So it held me up earlier, but I should definitely reinforce it. So we're gonna do that. Take the measuring tape. Measure. Cut it way too long. Moment of truth. Well, that's... The next thing I'm going to do is get this anvil stand fixed. The legs are at 90 degrees. That doesn't necessarily make the strongest stand, so we're going to the welding shop to get that done. Okay, maybe one more cut. One more cut? All right, we did it! Got to get some tabs welded on as little feet that I can drill holes through to bolt this thing to the floor so that it doesn't bounce around, because there's nothing more annoying than an anvil stand that just constantly moves around as you're working. Now I put those all thread pieces onto the top of the stand so that I could put these pieces of wood down and raise the height of the stand without having to add more steel. I think it's just about the ugliest anvil stand I've ever made, but it'll be functional. And it is almost done. Just a couple bolts to be tightened. Well, the bit I used and the bit I was supposed to use. All right, the anvil is shaky, but it's mounted. This garage was filled with a lot of junk, but this was one little treasure amongst all the random crap. An old school pencil sharpener that I am so excited about. But enough putting it off. I've got to move that hammer now. Probably the hammer's gonna go, I don't know, right here in the middle of the shop. Oh my. I thought moving this would be a lot easier. I'm not sure why. It weighs 900 pounds. He's not sure why either. Chilling. Bobby doesn't think this is gonna work.
It's not going to work.
It's going to work. Here's the system.
If we were in Renaissance or Roman times, Matt would be put to death for this idea.
Bolted
Honestly,
to the floor.
We have 2 crowbars here. I'm thinking about just beating him to death. Is this the way to do it? Bobby, what are you doing right now? I had too much caffeine. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, so one of us should be cranking, the other should be using a crowbar.
Wait, hold up, bro. Hang on, bro. I have like a buttload of these. Like the great pyramids of old. Bobby, what do you have to say to the people?
People, I'm a wizard, I'm a scientist, give me this.
Look at the transformation. This garage was filled with junk. Still a little bit of junk, but not bad. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video this week. Probably gonna be back next week with another. Maybe I'll be using some of this stuff. All right, I'll see you guys then.